Hi guys, this is Key Ward, aka the Ramblin' River Cat, and I'd like to talk to you a little bit about Passport America today. Passport America, as you probably know, is a 50% off discount program at campgrounds nationwide. I think there's about 2,000 campgrounds now, so there's a lot to choose from. I've been using the membership for many years as a full-time RVer, and I want to give you some tips on how to use the membership, and then you can decide if it's for you. So every campground has a specific arrangement with Passport America, and they might not offer the discount on weekends or certain holidays, festivals, and yes, even certain seasons. But with a little know-how and creative trip planning, I almost always find the deal that I'm looking for, and maybe I can show you how to do the same thing. But first, I want to talk about one night maximum stays. I have rarely encountered or have had to use one night stays. I've seen them, and usually I might bypass them and go to a 2 night stay if that's what I require. But on occasion, the one night stays work perfectly fine. I want to dispel the myth, however, that the majority of these listings are one night maximum stays. That's simply not the case. So let's play a little game. Alright guys, so what I want to demonstrate here is that the vast majority of the listings in Passport America are not one night maximums. It's the most common complaint I see in RV forums, and it's so misleading because it's simply not true. At least it hasn't been my experience. So what I want to do is pick a random page. First, I'll show you that none of the pages are marked. There's no tricks. I'm not pulling anything here. I'm just going to go to a random page with 12 listings. Now, in the event we come to one with a map on it or a memo pad, we'll just skip that one and flip to another page. Well, it appears we've landed on the great state of Texas. Not a bad choice. It's the bottom right hand corner that we're looking at, the in section, and in this one the Passport America is only good for one night. But I think we're going to rally now. How about 2 nights? We're going to put a little question mark on this one because it doesn't say. Here we have another question mark because it does say 3 months allowed, but it doesn't necessarily mean at the Passport America rate. So we'll just put a question mark next to this one too. So how about a 2 night stay at Big Chief in Burnett, Texas? Okay, so here's another one that doesn't mention a maximum stay. Let's go ahead and move to the top of the next page, and we find a 5 night stay. And here we go, 7 nights max. How about 7 nights? How about this, Lake Point Resort, 14 nights. I really wanted you to see this, guys. I've stayed 14 nights at several Passport America parks, and I wanted you to know they exist. So I'm happy this showed up. Okay, it looks like we're going to have one more question mark. Here we have a 2 night maximum. And we'll end things with one of those dreaded 1 night maxes. So there you have it. Out of the 12 campgrounds that we reviewed here, only 2 of them had a definitive 1 night max. Not bad. Now, as I mentioned before, I very much prefer the printed directory versus the app or the website. And when you sign up for Passport America, I believe they'll mail it to you for $10. That's $5 plus the $5 shipping. Or if you're ever at Camping World, it's just the $5. This isn't to say I never use the app or the website. I might use the app on a whim when I don't have access to my catalog or the computer, usually when I just dreamed up an adventure and I just want to see if there are discount possibilities on that route. The computer version is nice if I want to click on website links to the campgrounds or look up reviews on campgroundreviews.com. But I find the catalog is much easier to use if I simply want to scan for deals or string together discounts on a route. Visually, I just find it much easier to use. So what I'd like to do right now is take you on a little trip planning adventure, and we're going to go on a trip together. I want to hopefully give you some ideas of how to better use this program. One of the reasons I think the catalog is so much easier to use is these little numbers. You don't see these on the website or on the app, and oftentimes those little push pins online, they're in clusters, so you kind of forget which ones you've actually clicked on. I think this makes it much easier. You can either remember the numbers or write them down. Now you do need to do a little bit of cross-referencing with this. What you're going to do is take the number, go down into your little cross-reference index here, and then find your page number. So let's say we're going to start with number 14. We go to number 14, we scan across, there's our page number, and then you get the idea. You're going to flip to your page and find your listing. So what I want to do is pretend that we're leaving Savannah, Georgia, and we have 7 nights to kill en route to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Okay, so basically it's not a big state. We don't have a lot of ground to cover, but we just want to kill some time in between destinations because we have a reservation in Myrtle Beach a week from now. So what's the game plan here? Well, I'm going to check out number 14, then I'm going to check out number 8 and number 5. Then we'll just see what we have. Okay, so here's our first potential destination called the Oaks. The RV rate is $44. That's the regular rate. Passport America is $22. Now underneath the rates, you see all the amenities. Pull through 30 and 50 amp, tent camping, cable TV, Wi-Fi, restroom, showers, pool, clubhouse, fishing, golf, hiking, and horseshoes. Sounds like fun. If you go to the right, under I is the description that the campground will provide you about their about their campground. This one isn't terribly alluring. They don't write much in this description, which is fine. D is directions. I don't know who uses those kind of directions anymore. I always use my GPS. Under N is the deal. Okay, so every campground has a different arrangement with Passport America. This is going to tell you what that arrangement is. Okay, so right away I look for the maximum nightly stay, 2 nights, which is fine. There is no seasonal restriction. It's open year round. Okay, so there it is, our first potential destination. Well, this one looks kind of fun. They cater towards equestrians, so if you have a horse, bring it. Uh, looking on the left there, you see the Passport America of $15. I like $15. I think that's very reasonable. Pull-throughs, full hookups, 30 and 50 amps, Wi-Fi, showers, picnic tables. They have a store on site, lots of boating, fishing, and much, much more. So looked like a fun place at a very reasonable rate. I'm very interested in this one. The Passport America rate, looking down on the far right, is not available on Friday and Saturday or during holidays, which is fine. We're only on Tuesday now, so maybe we'll stay there Tuesday and Wednesday. Well, here we have Swamp Fox Campground in Florence, South Carolina. The PA rate starts at $20, has full hookups, 30, 50 amp, and a few other amenities. It's important to note here, well, first I want to point out the directions. I say I don't pay any attention to directions, but I do pay attention to capital letters, and usually that's some sort of warning like do not turn into the motel park, or something like the GPS directions are wrong, please call ahead, something like that. So whenever I see capital letters in the directions, I do pay attention. Now we go down to the end section, we see that the PA rate is good for 2 nights. However, the cool thing about this one is you can use it on weekends. Okay, so now I'm going to write all my notes down and see what I want to do for these 7 nights, how I want to distribute them and amongst these 3 campgrounds. So here we have it. Our first campground is the Oaks, which has a 2-night max. And then we have Elliott's, which says Sunday through Thursday. I'm assuming it's a 5-day max. And then the Swamp Fox with a 2-day max, but they're not limited on the weekends. You can use it on the weekends if you like. So let's say the Oaks looked like maybe the least interesting of the 3 campgrounds, and I only want to stay there for 2 nights, Sunday and Monday. Then I can go to Elliott's, which had a lot more activities, and I can stay there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Swamp Fox Friday and Saturday. And remember, it's really key that I could use the discount during the weekend. And there's my 7 nights. It cost me $129, and I save $129 over those 7 nights. But let me give you another example, and I do this quite a bit. Let's say I just want to omit the first campground altogether and go straight to Elliott's. I could stay there, the cheaper of the 3 campgrounds, for 3 nights for a total of $45, and then go to Swamp Fox Wednesday and Thursday for the discount at $40 total. And then, check this out, I'll pay full price for 2 nights. Why not? I'm still getting a substantial savings. So if you add it all up, it comes to $165 versus the full price of $250, and you still save 34% over the course of the week. Well, hopefully I've been able to demonstrate how to get maximum value out of your Passport America, but I still haven't answered the question that's the title of my video. Is Passport America worth it? Obviously for me the answer is yes. I'm a full-time RVer that uses it over 20 times per year. But every RVer is different, so to answer a complicated question in a very simple way, we'll just answer this. Based on what I've shown you today, could you use this program 2 or 3 nights per year? If the answer is yes, then it is absolutely worth it because you just paid for your membership. Now, if you've been on my website before, you know I don't endorse very many products, so the ones that I do endorse, I believe in, and I'm happy to answer questions about them. I'm going to leave my email on this last screen here, so you can drop me a note anytime you want with any questions about Passport America, and I'll be happy to answer them. And do me one other favor. If you've decided Passport America is for you and you're going to go ahead and try it out, please click the link on my video at the end of this video or one of the banners on my website. That way I get credit for it. Well guys, happy travels and be safe out there, and if you ever see that we're going to cross paths, please drop me a note so we can get together. All right, talk to you soon.